Welcome back to the L.E.G podcast today with the special host. Apologies to all you guys watching as we had some technical difficulties, but we're here with a new face. I am your co-host, Isaac 2-0 Ruiz. I want y'all to go over and introduce yourselves.
What's up, Mito? I'm the guy behind the keyboard today. Edward couldn't join us, so we actually got a fill-in today. We got a special guest. I'm gonna let him introduce himself. He's been a long-time member, first-time caller. Go ahead, Mike.
The Michael Marino, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for having me. I appreciate you. Let's go ahead and get this thing rolling.
Yeah. So what a crazy week we had, man. So we're doing our match. We're gonna be opening up today with our agenda, week 2 recaps, fantasy player standouts, and then we're gonna go right into week 3 matchup previews. Maybe a little quick thing on today's game and give some shout outs real quick. But before I get into the matchups, I have a special word from a man named Andrew Vargas, who wanted me to tell y'all that at this moment, he's on top of the division, killing and crushing it. And y'all need to put some respect on this man's name because he is the best fantasy football player in this league. Word for word is how he told me to say that. Reactions, guys?
Spoiler alert. Mike, I'd like you to hold your comments until we get to the matchups preview. I'm going to let you run that whole show once we get there. For now, just bottle that in, keep it in tight. We'll let it out soon.
I'll do my best.
But on my end, he is killing it. He whooped my butt last week. Mike's got him this week. It's going to be a good one when we get to that preview.
All right. Well, first to go with the recap of last week. So which one we got first?
All right. I'll run this since I'm running the keyboard today. Since it's me and I'm a little, into myself sometimes, I'm going to pump myself up. I over here whooped the last year's champ, gave him that 1-2. It was great. Actually, we had a really close game. It was close until the very end. Those 2 Monday night games actually settled it officially for us. So it was real cool to have a win against him. Standouts on my end, obviously Hill. Standouts on his end. St. Brown's probably the man, right? He's probably better than Eminem in Detroit.
Definitely.
Well, Mike, you got anything about this? I know you had a close eye on this one.
Yeah, man. I like the matchup a lot. Tyreek Hill did great. I just thought, I thought he would be a lot better being the returning champ. I thought he wouldn't be off to this slow of a start, to be honest.
Perfect.
I agree. Compa, I'm not going to lie to you, man. I don't know what's going on with you this season, but going from champion to 0-2 barbecue out the gate, that's not a good sign right there.
You know what, though? It was actually a really good game. He does have a rough start, but I think he'll rebound. He's usually the guy to come through at the playoff time. Yep. So let's move through to the next one. Since we got you here, Mike, go ahead and let us know. How'd you sneak away with this one?
Well, as you can see, it was a complete blowout. It wasn't close at all. No, I mean, it was, 0.10 away. I was really, biting my nails there at the last minute with Adam Thielen. I don't know. I think it's Slay, that DB on the Eagles. I need to send him a gift basket. He really saved it. He swatted that ball. That last ball Thielen would have caught right out of the bounce line. He really saved me. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have won. So,
any words to Dustin? Any words to him?
There you go, Mito. I can see my whole lineup now for the standouts. Good. No, Dustin, I like you. You're a good dude. Good game. You just, you didn't cut it out this week, buddy. You came a little short. Oh well. Maybe next week. For me, my standout, was probably, again, a little cliche, but, Cooper Kupp did great. And then I'll go off of what Mamito said last week. Miles Sanders he's doing it for me. He's coming through when I need him to. On his end, another cliche, McCaffrey as always. And Adam Thielen surprised me. I didn't think he was going to get as many points as he did with the Jefferson show over there, but he did good too. So
All right. So to wrap this up, Michael likes his team, got away with one. We all see it. Dustin, gonna do all right this year. Doing all right. Think he might have something there. Maybe. Let's move on to, if I can get it open. There we go. Let's go to Drew.
That right there was a good game, man. Drew versus DJ Erica DJ. I'll tell you one thing, man. I wonder to myself every time I see his team come out there. I wonder who really is the player over here. Is it DJ or is it Erica? Because I know DJ, you got the excuse to say that your wife's the one that's playing for you right now. But if it's you playing DJ, oh DJ, you gotta make some trades, man. Hit my line, I'll hit you. I'll hook you up. But your team is not looking real good right now, man. Looking like a favorite for last place in the league, just off the get go.
All right, and then to move on to Peanut's team, looking good. He's got a 4 running back rotation. Had a 4 running back rotation going. Judy got hurt. Chase is still gonna chase. Mahomes gonna Mahomes. He's got a pretty good lineup. I think he's gonna take it pretty far. Definitely one of the heavy hitters. He was supposed to join us today. Maybe on the next one, give him a shot. All right, let's move on. Oh, I'm so dumb. I should have just used this.
I was wondering why you didn't do that. I was like, no, you can click the buttons up there, right?
Hey man, I'm doing a lot over here, Isaac. You just over here sitting. So
The technical guy. Yeah, my matchup. I'm gonna default to Mike. I want to see what Mike says about this, man. I'm curious.
I do like Travis Kelce, obviously. Austin Eckler did good for you. Brady is Brady. Brady's going to get more points as the season goes on, I think.
Mike, who's the most trash player on Isaac's team? That's what we want to know.
I won the game.
We want to know.
I would say that flex. I would say Hines, I would say that I don't know why a second string running back is in the flex. I think he's crossing his fingers and dotting his eyes that Taylor gets hurt. I think he's really that's what it looks like right there. That looks like a huge reach. But overall, I think he has a pretty decent team, to be honest. As much as I don't like to say that, it hurts my mouth. I do think he has a pretty decent squad. On the other end, I got Breece Hall in another league, and Breece Hall is not too bad. Russell Wilson, obviously, did pretty good. Brandon Cooks didn't do too bad either. So, good job this week, Isaac. You're gonna keep doing good until you play somebody legit. So,
looking at the bench too, Isaac, what'd you do with Trey Lance? Did you keep him just as a souvenir?
I dropped him very sadly. Very sadly, I dropped him. That was
as a Niner fan, it hurt, but Team Jimmy now, so we're moving on.
I played that Titanic music that and I just dropped him off.
Tough. That's a bad one.
Isaac, I hope you would have been the guy in there with no life jacket. You know what I'm saying?
Don't joke like that. Don't joke like that. He can't swim.
He swims, but then after a while his arms get tired and then just.
I was swimming in a pool of tears. I'll tell you that.
All right. Well, then let's move on to this. This was the second closest matchup. I didn't even look through everyone's matchup. I had saw this one initially when the games ended and thought, damn, that has to be the closest game. Mike came through. He had a closer one, but this was pretty close too. And these are heavy hitters, it looks like. This might be one of the top 5. These might both be in the top 5 teams right now. And they're both killing it. I like to just point out the best stack in the year in our league has got to be Zach Milson. Best stack.
When he drafted, man, I thought that he reached too quickly for Allen, but just seeing how he stacked it with Diggs and how that's going, it's a nasty team, man. It's a nasty team. I like his team.
Out of his team, who do you think's the deadlier receiver, though? Who is going to produce more by end of the year? Adams or Diggs?
Diggs.
Ooh, 2 Raider fans. That's how you know it's real. All right, and then on to Edwards' team. We already know he's got Justin Jefferson killing it for him. He's got Hurts killing it. Aaron Jones came through. Waller had a pretty good day, if you ask me. Probably the best one he's had in a long time. Going to be a good one to look in the preview for next week with no Mike Evans. So let's wrap this up with the last one. We got Willie. I ain't even gonna say his whole. He's got a whole name going on. It's Willie versus B Rain, aka Rock to the Naj. Go ahead, Isaac. What do you think about this one?
Man, Willie, I'm so sorry, man, because you actually have a good team and you are actually killing it every week. But you play against the other guy who also kills it every week. So honestly, you got a good team, man. It's just the way the cards are falling, though. Tough time to be Willie.
He's
time.
Easily said he's probably the best 0-2 team right now, right?
Oh, hands down. Hands down.
Okay, all right. Mike, what you think about this one, man? This is your boy B Rain.
Go ahead and scroll. Go ahead and scroll for me.
You can say please, but I'll do it this time.
Well, I just think based on what I'm seeing right now, go ahead and scroll down too, please. Thank you. I just think that B Rain, you need to send my buddy Mamito Pimentel a gift basket because he wrapped it up for you pretty good, buddy. It's not a coincidence you guys make a trade and you score the highest points in the league the week after. So I think you definitely need to send some flowers and some wine to my boy Mamito or some chocolates.
I take both.
On the other side, Willie, I'm gonna go off of what Isaac said. I agree. I think Willie, you just got bad luck.
How do you lose a week when Lamar Jackson drops what he drops? Mark Andrews has a game. And, the rest of the guys didn't do bad. That's the craziest thing.
Javonte Williams. Really, yeah. I mean, Willie, I think you just got bad luck, buddy. You're scoring a lot of points last weekend, this weekend, and this past weekend. You're getting the shitty end of the stick, buddy.
Oh, poop end. All right. So we got those wrapped up. Let's move on. What's next on our agenda, Isaac? Is it the preview?
Now we got our matchup previews coming up for the week. So as you scroll on to week 3, just a couple of little notes for everybody. Currently are 4 teams undefeated in the league. As I'm stalling for time for me to figure this out. One of them is myself. 2 is Michael. 3, Andrew. And 4 is Ivan. So 4 undefeateds. Quick poll. Out of those 4, who do you think is going to make it the longest?
Andrew's not undefeated.
Andrew is undefeated. He's 2-0.
Andrew's 2-1.
You know what? Can you just go to that matchup right now? I got it. I want to hear it already. Just go to that matchup already.
You know what? I'm glad you said that. Let's do this.
Let's just do it, Mike. Just do it, bro. Just tell us how you feel.
No, Mike, take it away. It's all you.
I honestly don't. I don't think his team's gonna hold up. I don't think it's gonna be. I think he's gonna start, whether he beats me this week or not. I don't think it's gonna hold up. I don't see it. I don't see him going 6-0 or 8-0. I don't see it. I feel like he's gonna lose probably like 4 games in a row. I mean, he does have a pretty good team. I just don't see it consistent wise holding up. I mean, me and Mamito were talking about it earlier. He's got like 3 or 4 guys on his roster that constantly get hurt. So I think that's going to play a factor.
I think he's got a couple of running backs that are good now, but down the stretch might not hold up. So if they do, great. He might be in it all season, but if not, he might see a little bit of trouble. So let me ask you this, Mike. What do you think's his strongest suit or his strongest thing on his team? Is it one position? Is it one guy? Is it his whole gang of receivers or running backs? Is there something you see on his team you're like, oh, yeah, that's the only thing that's going to give me trouble?
I mean, I am worried about Mahomes. It's just the other ones are hard to tell, like I said, Swift's doing good right now. Gibson's doing good right now. Edwards is doing good right now. Pollard's doing good right now, but those names are not standout names. Those names have never been consistent. So, like I said, it is very, very easy for those 4 to have a bad game. It's too easy.
Right. Now that we got that, Isaac, what's Michael's worst thing on his team?
Michael's worst thing on his team? I mean, it's not really like his worst thing, but the worst thing right now that's happening to his team is this whole thing with Justin Herbert. That's the worst thing that's about his team right now is Justin Herbert could play this game, or he could not. I know that the camps are trying to keep it under wraps. They're trying to extend it out. So, I mean, if Justin Herbert even does play, you got to factor in that he fractured his rib cartilage. So how well does he do? So is he still the same elite Justin Herbert? And I got stuck in too with Mike Williams. So I'd say that's probably. I don't know if Mike loses sleep over it, but I know he's sweating it at least.
Not at all. If you throw a touchdown with those your ribs like that, I'm not worried about you. He's a tough son of a bitch. I ain't worried about him. He's tough.
Nah,
You know what college he went to? Come on, man.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go?
That's where he went right there.
At a university. Didn't know.
Ducks, baby.
All right. Well, since we got that done, Mike, honestly, I think quarterback-wise, you're going to be fine. You got good backups. Should last you a while. Let's go.
Yeah,
let's go with
I
you,
got like
Isaac.
6 of them, so.
Let's start with Isaac's matchup now that I'm running the show. Now, Isaac, you got a matchup. It feels like it's like my sister team. It's my brother team. It's essentially I'm team A, he's team B. And this, it's nice to see my players do well. So I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for Chubb tonight.
You know why you feel like that is because you're over here backdooring and making these behind the scenes deals and you guys are co-managing each other's team. That's why you feel like that. But okay, go ahead.
Well, let me just talk about B-Rain's team since I'm such a fan of it. Carson Wentz, sneakiest quarterback play by far this year. 2 top running backs. I like both of them. Waddle. I don't like Smith so much. Juju's kind of iffy. Kittle kind of the same. You don't know how he's going to show up first week back. Full hit, full pad. It's going to be rough. But I do see his team producing enough points. It's the matchup with you. You know what? I'll let Michael run your team through. Go ahead, Mike. Tell me what you think about my cousin's team.
As far as what? As far as
Ooh, you take it wherever you want, man. I'm just riding. I'm along for the ride here.
as far as this matchup goes, I think he went. I think Isaac wins this matchup, even with your tag team assist. I think Isaac wins this.
Yeah, don't do that, Isaac. You know what? You're about one more flex away from being muted the rest of this call.
Let's go.
You look like you look like that dude from 90 Day Fiance.
Oh God! Oh, I take it back. He's gonna lose.
Look at Big Ed over here.
Oh my, that's
Ed.
Little man.
I see my ideas, right?
So,
oh damn.
Just so we know, we got 2 for Isaac, 1 for Christian. All right, we're moving on. Let's cover this one. This one is like an undefeated and a non-win team, a defeated team going through. And honestly, I'm rooting for Willie in this one. I think Willie's going to come through and make a shocker.
Man, let me tell you something about this matchup right here, man. Once again, echoing what Mike said about bad luck, Willie 0-2 going up against on his 3rd match against possibly one of the best teams in the league, possibly. I will not be surprised. I'm saying it right now. I will not be surprised if these 2 guys are the highest scorers of the week and the other guy pulls away just by a little bit. Willie, there's a heartbreak coming your way, man, and I feel sorry to tell you, but I got to take Milson on this one. But I want you to win, though, Willie, because I know you deserve it. I know you're going to put up big numbers, but I just feel like he's going to put up big numbers, too.
You know what? It's definitely good, man. I don't know. What do you think, Mike?
I think Willie might finally go to the other end of the rainbow here. I think he might see some good luck here. I do like Ivan's team. I just that's the Stephon Diggs show over there, man. That's that ain't gonna change over there in Buffalo.
Let me ask you this: who do you think? I'm looking at it real tight. I'm still rooting for Willie, but if my money had to go down, it'd definitely be on Zach Milson, aka Ivan. You know what I mean? And also, Ivan, if you're trying to trade, I'm still throwing stuff at you. What's up, man? Let's work this out. On to the next.
Hey, I just want you guys to know that Vito had one of the worst drafts I've ever seen in my life. Somehow, some way, this man is trading with all you guys. I don't know how you guys are doing it. I don't know.
Isaac, hold on. You can hold on to that. I'm gonna save that for the last one. Don't worry. I'll let you run with that one. But let's go with the friend of the show, one of the third legs of this tripod, usually. replaced by a white guy now. It's typical Hollywood around here. We got Boss Man, Raider fan, aka Edward, versus Isaac's boy, Texas native Sean. He's out here killing it. Honestly, he's not killing it though. He's 0-2, so he's having a little bit of struggle there. But you know what? It's going to be a close one. I actually think Sean's going to keep it competitive, but my money's on it. Go ahead, Isaac. What do you think? This is your boy right here. I hope you back him up.
Honestly, man, I like Sean's team a lot, but I don't know what this guy's doing. And I think Edward just barely ekes him out. But because I can't stand Edward, I'm going to go with Sean winning the game.
Ooh. All right, Mike. Deciding factor here.
Well, first off, I want to address the little sneak white political diss that you said earlier. Not true. Go ahead and so
you're right. Mike's the whitest Mexican dude in town right now. I get it, bro. I get it. Deep down inside, you got beans and rice up in there. I get that.
I love me some beans and rice too. So I think, yeah, I don't know, to agree with Isaac. I don't know what Sean's doing. I don't know if he's not making the right moves or what, the right starts or whatever. I don't know how often he's changing it. It looks like he's changing it. But Edward, I'm gonna go ahead and say Edward on this one. I like Hurts. Still like Jones, despite what's going on over there. Sutton's not bad. Jefferson's obviously gonna get him a workload. So I'm gonna go with Edward in this one.
I'd feel better going with Sean if he had a real healthy Kamara, but it's tough with him being so iffy. That he wasted not wasted. He had Kamara as a first round pick, which was a little surprising, but we've seen Kamara do it. 6 touchdown Christmas Day, so it could happen again. Just doesn't seem like this week. You know what I mean? All right, we'll move on to oh, right here. Here we go. All right, defending champ just took an L again. Over here against Dustin Murder Mafia, aka the quarterback stealer. All right. So this one seems very easy. I don't know about you guys, but I really like Luis's team this week against Dustin's lineup.
I like Luis's team too, man, but I think Dustin's gonna win.
Ooh, it was a twofer. Oh shit! All right, Isaac, I can see the family reunion is gonna be a little awkward. Oh, okay.
Family reunion.
Now, what do you think about Dustin's team that's so special this week? Because he's been taking some L's. He took an L, but he's honestly putting up points. And the craziest steal of the draft, which we thought was crazy, was Mostert, and he seems to be the RB1 there now. So he might have been onto something. If he had kept Jimmy G, would have really been onto something right there.
Look at Dustin's weekly performances. They're not bad numbers that he throws up. He just goes up against somebody who just barely ekes him out every time. So I feel like this time Luis isn't going to match that star power, that firepower. So because of that, I think Dustin takes him out. But Mike, what do you think, Bill?
I think the key factor I think Dustin can win. I think he's going to win. The key factor for Dustin here is if he doesn't switch out Metcalf, and he has to hope Metcalf gets off. I think that's a really key for his victory because everywhere else he's not bad everywhere else. I mean, Burrow's going to get him points. McCaffrey, obviously, like Mito said, Mozart's doing good. Adam Thielen, still not a bad, even though it's the Jefferson show over there, still not a bad pick. I think he just has to cross his fingers and hope Metcalf does something.
It's gonna be tough, man. It might be a close one, but I think the biggest factor here is both of the top RB1s on each team. They haven't been hitting so hard. If one of them hits this week, I think that's gonna decide the winner here. All right, on to the last matchup we got here. It's me versus DJ. It's DJ / Erica DJ / Akers in the first round, DJ against Dr. Evil.
Go ahead and put one more / worst team in the league.
No, I would never, bro. I would never put that disrespect on him. Now, we can get into it because other than the Akers pick, he's got a solid lineup. I'm looking at receivers. They're all guys that produce. Running backs, he's got a Fournette, and then he's got an Akers. He's got to deal with that still. So I could see him having a pretty good week, honestly. This seems like the week all those guys should kind of at least produce what they should be producing.
I see, honestly, if you score over 120 points, which I think you will easily, I think you beat him because of that. What you think, Mike?
Mito, I think you're full of shit. I think you're gonna blow him out.
You know, it's nice to have support finally. You know, it only took some like 3 decades from you guys, but it's fine. I finally got it.
No, your team is not bad. I think what saves you every fantasy season, to be quite honest, is like Isaac, you make good trades, and you just, you would be a perfect car salesman.
I would be a great car salesman, dude. Come here, watch. Let me try to sell you a car. Hey,
well, I already know how me and Isaac already know how you work, so you're probably not going to get any trades out of us. But you do a good job at trading, and I still think Christian won that trade.
I think he did, because once Kittle comes back, he's going to be able to have everything he needs. Yeah, he don't have a Prescott, but if we're being honest, Prescott didn't look great out of the gates. It was a tough one, but I think it'll be all right. He's definitely got the better end of it, so I feel good. I didn't rob anybody, and I got who I wanted. We can actually touch on that before we close. Here are the current standings of the league. Now that we've got everybody's matchups gone, here we go. Now, what I am noticing, right? Let's go down here to season stats. This is where it's at. Okay, so out of all 12 teams, Peanuts number 1, Michael's facing him. Michael's number 3. If this is a wrestling match, these guys are in the same side of the bracket. They're going to meet either way.
Don't bet against me in a wrestling match. That's Isaac knows how that goes.
See, all right. Okay. That's how it is.
I'd say I'm telling you, hey, my favorite matchup of the week is Peanut versus Mike, only because there's so much in that, man. You got the best man versus the groom. You know what I'm saying? You got America, Downtown. Right. This is everything.
You got dark versus light.
Yin versus yang. You know what I'm saying? Glasses versus glasses. Come on, man. How much more? Pacheco versus Pacheco, man. It's good.
Going down midnight.
So let me ask you guys this: by the end of next week, when all these games are done Monday and we're looking back on it, can you guys predict the top number 1 and the last place guy?
Number 1, Zach Milson. Last place, DJ Erica DJ.
Now, you don't think that changes at all? Because if we see another L from Sean, you see another L from our cousin, Luis over here, reigning champ, not representing. A loss for those guys still means they're at the bottom of the pool. And point-wise, Sean will be closest. I can see Sean losing, DJ having just a few more points in him, and I'm going to see Sean down there. And up at the top, if Mike wins, and I'm rooting for Mike, I see him going number 1 pretty quick.
Oh, I can see that too. Mike has a nasty team.
So, got some good ones. All right, guys. Well, that kind of wraps it up. But we also have a guest caller coming in. He couldn't get on Zoom, so what we're doing is calling him on the phone.
A guest caller? Who could this?
Hey, you're on speaker. I got the guys on here. You want to give us a little message before we close this out?
What happened?
You're on here right now. You're on speaker. We're recording. You want to give us a little message before we close out this podcast?
Yeah, I just want to try to be aware that Drew Lock's coming out with this championship. Y'all was laughing when I was taking all those running backs, but it looks like a lot of you guys need running backs already, so you can hit my line. DJ, I know you're one of those guys that need a running back, so I'll be waiting for those trades to hit my block there.
All right, well, real quick question. How do you see your matchup with Michael going, since you guys are battling for the number 1?
To be honest, I think that matchup's a pretty fair little matchup there. I mean, projections show that he's projected to beat me, but, I mean, any given Sunday, the people that show up will see how it goes. I mean, it's going to be a tough one, that's for sure. I mean, we'll see how close it gets, and probably thinking it's probably going to come around maybe 5 points, give or take, on each side.
Ooh.
All right, we came in loud and clear there, buddy. Want to make sure give you a shout out. That was Andrew Vargas out here. He's gonna be playing Mike this week. It's gonna be a good one. He's team Drew Lock. I don't know why he picked that name, but it sucks. We'll figure it out later.
Gotta give Mike a chance to rebuttal. Mike, any reaction to that?
I think it's gonna be a great game, but I think I'm coming out.
He's coming out. The closet.
While he's
all right, guys.
Trolling the pick floss. He says he's
Mamito, I never said the closet, you fat Asian.
All right. Well, thanks for calling, Peanut. I'll hit you up later, man. Good luck this weekend.
All right.
All right, bro. Later.
Shout out.
All right. So we got a guest call out. That wraps up everything, guys. You guys got any closing statements?
Isaac?
Oh, go ahead.
No, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. It was fun. Yeah, like I think it's going to be a good game as well with me and Drew. But I think I'm gonna pull this one out. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna pull this one out. If I don't, then hopefully I get somebody easy next week, like Mamito or Isaac, and hopefully I can just bounce back.
You hope. I like that. There's a schedule out there. You can look it up, but it's fine, bro. We'll do it for you. No worries. Isaac, any last thing?
Hey, last comment for me, man. I want to give a shout out to Mamito and Edward. And if my little brother Antonio is watching this, they play in another league, and they both were the highest scorer. Mamito and Edward, at least the highest scorers these past 2 weeks. So it's an honor that other organizations are recognizing that we got some of the best players in the world playing in this league. And it's even better than knowing that I get to beat them twice a season. So
funny. I don't know if you know, Mike, me, Edward, and Antonio are in another league with it's kind of like a soccer tournament. I don't know soccer tournaments. It's a big tournament format. So it's at least 30 leagues, all filled with people. They calculate high score for each league and like each individual team, like who's the highest scoring. Edward won first week out of almost 300 teams.
I've seen that.
I just won week 2, highest scoring. So we're both out here we're representing this our league very hard. This podcast. The guy gave us a lot of kudos for showing up out of nowhere, taking over his league. He's a cool dude. I had a podcast with him, like I said. Real cool dude. GOYAADi, shout out. Actually, he might be a guest on here one of these days. We kind of did a 1-for-1, sounded like. So he might be on here talking about his stuff. Maybe we'll take from it. Maybe next year all of us will join one of his leagues too. I just want to give that out there. Cool dude. And that's about it, guys. It was cool running this with you guys. Next time we'll have Edward. We'll have the normal crew, maybe a couple more guests, and we'll keep it going.
I have a question for you real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
So if you got week 2, Edward got week 1, you guys are some of the best players in the world, and I'm number 3 right now in our league. Does that mean I'm in the conversation? And Isaac's right above. Isaac's above you guys too. So I'm just it's just a question. I don't mean to offend anybody. It's just a question.
I got a follow-up question to that. GOYAADi, do you know you put the wrong people in this league that you're in?
Because he got 2 right here, big dog.
Okay, now that you guys got your pieces, and I'd like to say something too. Did you guys purposely try to match your facial hair? Like that design all came from the same barber? You guys said, hey, man, I want what he gets. Hey, man, I want what he gets. All right, let me just fucking, there it is. I see you guys are all matching. It's real nice.
Why do you have a dumbass painting behind you? What is Mario doing?
What is that? Bro, what is Mario?
Arrested for shrooms. And it's just offensive. And then I have Cheech and Chong over here being best friends.
Is that the Simpson version?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you know what?
And signed. I don't know if you can see on his arm, but it's signed by each of them.
Hey, it doesn't surprise me that a Niner fan has that Mario getting a mushroom from a questionable character right now. Of course, a Niner fan will be rocking that. No surprise there.
Questionable character. It's a police officer.
What's he look like?
He's okay. To be fair, he's getting arrested as an Italian man with a mustache that looks a little Mexican by obviously a white dude. It could be Michael's uncle over there. That's one of ours. It's fucked up, man. That's all I'm saying.
If that's mini Mario, that's Isaac.
That might be.
He was Mario. He was Mario for Halloween.
I guess.
Oh,
Hey, we got to wrap this up. We got 1 minute. So last things, we all hate Isaac. That's the way we're gonna keep it. Let me know. I'll make you guys shirts. All right, guys. It was great seeing you. I'm gonna end
Definitely.
this recording. Peace out.